I just had the most beautiful reality shifting experience at the movie theater. I just went to go see The Bad Guys 2 with my friend. And the night prior was Wednesday. It was Wednesday night. I just watched the first one. The movie was good for all those wondering. It's one of those movies that are for the kids, but still enjoyable nonetheless. And while I was watching it, my DR, GF, summoned right next to me in bed. She was wearing a gray tank top with shorts. Even though she was only there metaphysically, her presence felt so real. It felt so real. So she cuddled me, and we were just watching the rest of the movie together. I did not finish it all at once though, as I was getting sleepy, so I turned it off and went to bed, attempting to shift to my desired reality. I woke up the next day and finished the movie Thursday morning. Then I just did my normal daily routine. Went jogging, chilled at home, and just took the day to relax because I had just had a long work week. Flash forward to 7:15 p.m. at night was finally time to see the sequel. We went to the movies and we went to The Bad Guys too. It was very fun, and I think it was even better than the first one since this one had more stakes and had more emotional depth to it. At the very start of the movie was when my GF summoned right next to me again. But she did not come alone though. She did not come alone. My DR self was right there next to her. He looks exactly like me, which is why I like it. Long brunette hair, wearing a green shirt that I still have in the next reality, which I don't anymore here, and silver gym shorts. We were even built the same. My GF wore the exact same things as she did before, which was once again a gray tank top and shorts. It was so cool, as this was my first time ever seeing my DR self in third person. Cause whenever when I would have a memory flash of my desired reality or visualize attempting to shift, I would always try to do it in first person. And the memories I got were obviously in first person as well. So this was awesome. Seeing us two together was so cute as they were just having a good time on their movie date. It turns out my significant other really does love these movies, and it makes sense. Despite the fact that she has came with me to R-rated movies before, which aren't really her cup of tea, she still did just so she can be right next to me, and I appreciate her so much for that. I really, really appreciate her for that. However, these PG kid friendly films are more of her liking, as she isn't really into the scary stuff, and that is perfectly fine. So while the two were snacking on their popcorn and sodas, watching the film, and talking, I tried to get both of their attention by speaking to them, saying, "Over here! Shift me to my desired reality right now. What am I shifting? Can we switch bodies?" Obviously, I did it in my mind and telepathically, and I didn't say it out loud because obviously it's a theater, I don't want people to think I'm freaking having a psychotic episode or whatever. Yeah. And for those of you out there saying this is psychosis or whatever, yeah, go fucking fuck yourself. As I just proved right now that it's not psychosis if I still have situational awareness. So yeah, so suck my dick, whoever thinks reality shifting is either schizophrenia or psychosis. But yeah, after I asked them that, while they heard me or not is debatable, but regardless, it doesn't change the fact that this major event happened next. Now, the seats in my theater are comfy as fuck, as they have recliners, which make you feel more relaxed while sitting. I was just sitting down and just vibing, letting everything that has been happening all settle in, while enjoying the movie too. My head started getting very light, and I felt an electrical sensation in my mind, like I was going to be struck into a whole new world, quite literally as well. Uh. Basically, I felt my consciousness transferring into my desired reality. Then I felt my whole body transitioning into my DR body. I was able to metaphysically see myself in the exact same clothes my DR self was wearing. I felt and saw myself in the green shirt, silver shorts, and even sandals. This was basically confirmation that I do have consent to take over my fifth dimension's self's life. You're probably going to have questions like, what happens to his consciousness and my CR body? Will he have to burden my mess of a life here? The answer is no. He will just shift to another reality just like my DR, with little or no differences at all. And a stand in will take place of my current body, just like any other normal shifting process. This lasted for a whole 2 hours, and this was basically a reminder that I am on the right path. I noticed something, and that usually is I tend to have a lot more shifting milestones in the movie theater, and it is honestly the perfect environment because it is a place where no one else is in my way, and it's like being in a physical version of the void state pretty much. Given it's dark, you're not observing anything besides the movie, obviously. You're basically everything and nothing at the same time. Of course, circumstances in my desired reality will be more appropriately aligned with me being able to do the stuff I actually want to do. More stable relationships, more respect, more justice, and me being able to receive as much as I give. Not only that, I'll be able to go on more vacations, trips, and things like holidays and summers will mean way more. While this reality will be known as the reality where I found shifting and where I realized I could have it all, I'm thankful for that, but it will still be a world that is not going to live up to the new stuff in the next life. Lastly, the current reality is known to be very notorious for doing this, where after you worked hard to make a manifestation come to fruition, it is known to be very brittle and something very little as either one, entertaining the idea that you'll have it for a while, or a little life changing circumstance will get rid of it in an instant. Or my most hated one of all, someone else taking it. This has happened with my former teacher, old friends, allies, and one of the only things that is still around, knock on wood, is my friend Wilder. Given to me by the multiverse from a shifting milestone, who constantly tells me stories about my revised past. While we are tight, I don't want to entertain the idea, thinking he'll be around for a while. For a while. I don't want to entertain the idea, thinking he'll be around for a while, cause I don't want to gamble the fact that he could be taken away from me too. Like I said, knock on wood. In terms of very sentimental connections, like the one with my teacher, she's completely gone, and I had to keep fighting to keep her in my life, in favor of saving our friendship for the time being that it lasted. But now that is gone in the mortal world and the universe. I'm asking you, please, please, please. I'm not the type of guy to force anybody to be in my life because no matter what, guys, you just can't do that. But still, give me a better version of her in the fifth dimension. Not something I'm going out of my way to have, but definitely is on a secret wish list. The 5D definitely does a way better job in terms of life stability and durability with our life aspirations and connections than the 3D does. 5D all day, every day.